Hey everyone, welcome back to Collecting Nolan. This is Russ, and it's that time of the week where we look at some of the highest selling Nolan Ryan cards on eBay. But before we get started doing that, I was just wondering, I was just kind of thinking about this. Like, I'm showing you stuff that I pick up and, the eBay stuff, and I want to know what's kind of like what you guys are picking up as far as Nolan Ryans. Are you guys picking up anything? So I just thought maybe I would open it up to you guys if you want. You can start sending me, pics of Nolan Ryan cards or Nolan Ryan related stuff that you've picked up recently, and just give me a story behind if you want, or just list a card. I won't use your name unless you want me to. But I was just thinking, just to have a little bit more of participation out there. What are you guys picking up? That would be cool to see. I would want to see if you are some of the people that are picking up some of these extravagant cards on eBay. So it would be, I just thought it would be interesting. So we'll see how it goes. But maybe once a month, like at the end of the month, we can put together a show where I show like the what you guys are picking up. So yeah, why don't we do that? Why don't we just set you have until the end of August. Send me what you're sending if you want, with a story or a description or, whatever. Let me know if you want me to use your name or not. And I'll set up an episode for that, and we'll see how that goes. So with that being said, let's get started and look at some Nolans. Honorable mention. This week's honorable mention is the 2024 Topps Chrome Legends Auto Black Refractor number 6 out of a possible 10 in a Gem Mint 10 that sold for $1,224.99. This is a phenomenal card of Nolan with the Angels with a black border and what appears to be an on-card autograph. 2024 Topps Chrome had a base card set of 300 cards. Nolan has 2 cards in this set, including this Legend autograph card, which was only distributed in Hobby Delight packs. There is a Superfractor 1-of-1 version of this card, as well as a red refractor numbered to 5. Number 10 is the 1969 Topps number 533 in an SGC 8 that reportedly sold for $1,635. I could not verify the sale on 130 Point, but there were 34 bids on the card. This is a nice, clean example of Nolan's first solo card. It's got great centering and a great presentation altogether. While looking this card up on the SGC Cards.com website, I noticed that SGC tells you when the card was graded. This card was graded in November of 2007. I'm not sure if PSA does this, but I don't remember seeing this information. But I just thought it was like a cool additional piece of information about the card. There are 86 copies of an SGC 8 and only 37 cards graded higher. There are no SGC 10s. A previous SGC 8 copy of this card sold in July for $1,475. Number 9 is the 1973 Topps number 220 in a PSA 8.5 that sold for $1,999.99 with only 3 bids. The 1973 Topps is notoriously off-center left to right, but this card seems to be only slightly off. The colors are crisp and bright, and who doesn't love the old school Angels uniform? There are 18 PSA 8.5 copies of this card and only 183 cards graded higher, including 6 known PSA 10s. No recent sales of a PSA 8.5 could be found for comparison. The most recent sale occurred in March of 2024 on Golden Auctions for $1,281. Before that, one sold on Fanatics Collect in July of 2022 for $870. Number 8 is the 1976 Topps number 330 in an incredible PSA 9 that sold for $2,059.35. This is a sharp 1976, and I don't think the photo does it justice. Look at the border colors and how crisp the photo of Nolan is. The only issue I see is it being slightly off-center from left to right, but it's a beautiful card in an older PSA case. There are 282 PSA 9 graded 1976 Topps Nolans out there and only 11 PSA 10s. Recent sales of a PSA 9 have ranged from $1,300 to $2,559.99, all of which have occurred on eBay.
Number 7
is the 2024 Topps Dynasty Game Used 5-color patch and autograph super short print numbered out of 5 that sold for $2,075. Look at this sweet card, guys. This is definitely one of my favorites for the week, with the awesome patch and Nolan wearing the orange hat and sharp blue autograph. Just terrific, and this is why I love seeing new cards on the show. I could probably never afford this card, but looking is free. 2024 Topps Dynasty was released in June of this year as a one-card box. Each card is an encased autograph patch card serial numbered to 10 or fewer. Nolan has 5 cards in this set.
Number 6
is the 2018 Topps Diamond Icons Game Used Jersey, auto numbered 2 out of a possible 5, and a BGS 9.5 that sold for $2,200. 2018 Topps Diamond Icons were distributed in 8-card boxes that contained 1 relic, 7 autographs, and a pair of autograph relics. All cards were numbered to 25 or fewer. This card is probably my favorite of the week, with the awesome orange autograph. Just a sharp card. Nolan has 6 cards in this set.
Number 5
is the 1970 Topps number 712 and a PSA 8.5 that sold for $2,330.55. There are 34 PSA 8.5 copies of this card out there, and only 167 cards graded higher, including 3 known PSA 10s. No recent sales of a PSA 8.5 could be found for comparison. The last sale occurred in September of 2023 on Golden Auctions for $2,040.
Number 4
is the 2023 Topps 5-star dual autograph number DARO Shohei Ohtani and Nolan Ryan auto out of 10 that sold for $2,500. 2023 Topps 5-star was released in 2-card boxes. Nolan had 6 cards in this set. Each dual autograph like this card was serial numbered to 10.
Number 3
is the 1972 Topps number 595 and a PSA 8.5 that sold for $2,700. This is a beautiful example of a 1972 in an older PSA holder. The colors are bright and the centering is spectacular. There are only 40 cards graded as a PSA 8.5 in the PSA database, and only 327 cards graded higher. No recent sales of a PSA 8.5 can be found for comparison. The most recent sale of an 8.5 occurred on Golden Auctions in June of 2024 for $1,403.
Number 2
is the 1968 Topps Milton Bradley number 177 Jerry Koosman and Nolan Ryan rookie card in the PSA 7 that sold for $4,899.99. What a beauty. And I would imagine getting a high-graded copy of this card would be rather hard, because these cards were found in board games. This card shows the classic findings of Milton Bradley. The white stripe on the bottom, or left if you're looking at it from another angle, the printing defect in the base of the T and the stars, and the brighter yellow background on the back when compared to its Topps counterpart. There are 44 PSA 7 graded copies of this card, and only 52 cards graded higher. No PSA 10 copies of this card exist, and there are only 6 PSA 9s. No recent sales of a PSA 7 could be found for comparison. The most recent sale was back in March of 2024 on Golden Auctions for $3,721, and before that, back in January of 2024 on Heritage Auctions for $3,360.
And finally, number 1
is the 1968 Topps number 177 Jerry Koosman and Nolan Ryan rookie card in a PSA 8 that sold for $11,750. There's only 758 PSA 8 graded copies of the Topps Nolan Ryan rookie card, accounting for only around 4% of the graded population of over 18,000. There are 203 cards graded higher, including 1 known PSA 10. 2 PSA 8 graded copies sold back in June of this year on Fanatics Collect for $8,700 and $9,000, making this the highest recent sale by quite a bit. And that, guys, wraps it up for this week. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please let me know what you think of those cards, and thanks again for watching, and I appreciate everything you do, and I'll see you at the next one. Thanks. Bye.